This conference will now be recorded.
Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a good evening and enjoying this beautiful spring like weather we've got outside. It's absolutely gorgeous out there. Um, so I guess the first thing we're going to do is go talk to each and every one of you to see how we're doing and how your kits are progressing. I'll be the first one to tell you that I have not actually touched my kit in a week and a half. Well, since we spoke last, because work and everything else is getting in the way. So I actually have not got any further than the rescribing and the creating of the bang seat for my kit since we last spoke. So I've really got to try and find some time to sit down and actually get onto that. Otherwise, I'm going to be lagging behind you guys. So I'm just going to go across the screen here again as I see you on the screen. So Sergeant Garate Roldan, how are you doing?
Sorry, sir. I'm
That's
just
okay.
quickly grabbing my kit.
Not a problem.
So I think I showed you guys last week that I finished my kit early.
Right.
So I started on another model kit I was able to find.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just grabbing that one.
Sure.
It's one of the older models. The instructions are actually kind of yellowing.
Been around the house a while then.
Okay, so I think I can get a good camera shot now.
Okay.
So,
On old Hobbycraft kit. A Jaguar.
yep,
Cool.
yep.
I could tell that
Haven't done any,
looking at it. That's awesome.
haven't done any of the landing gear yet, so it's just gonna have to stay in the air for now. But working on it.
That's all right. You don't see those kits around very often because I think Hobbycraft have gone belly up years ago. So that's one of the
Oh yeah,
original Gulf War sets.
yeah. I was looking for online. I'm like, well, the brand looks kind of familiar, but I also haven't seen it. So I was looking around and I'm like, this makes no sense. This is a ghost brand. Can't find anything.
Well, the scary thing is that thing's probably your age times two.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
How old are you?
Uh, Turning 16 in September.
Okay, that kit originally came out in 1991. So
Whoa.
yeah, so that kit's been around the block a few times. I actually worked in a hobby store when I first came to Canada, and I can remember getting that exact kit in because that's one of the Gulf War series. So
Yep.
yeah,
If I could just take everything out and quickly show the top of the box, it does say Golf War Series on top.
yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah. So.
Wow, that's a piece of history. That one. That's like say that's what 30 years old. So there you go.
Yep. It's a Persian Gulf War Fighter collection.
Yeah, I remember that very well. It's not my scale. I always find 72 scales a bit too small for me. My eyes aren't what they used to be, but
I was so worried it'll break midway because everything's so small.
yeah, no way. You're doing really good on it. That's like I said, for a 30-year-old kit, that's coming along just fine.
Thank you
So
very much, sir. Actually, my favorite thing about it is that it came with a little person.
yeah, yeah, which a lot of kits these days do not come with for some reason.
Yeah. I was so disappointed. I'm like, for the other kit, and I'm like, why no little people? Oh my gosh, that would have been so much fun to put in. And this one came with a little person, and I'm like, yes. But you know when you have a plan with building something and then something goes wrong?
hmm
Well, it's supposed to have a ladder next to it, and there's supposed to be another connecting piece. The connecting piece broke when I was
Right,
trying to get out of the mold, so I put the ladder on top of the plane.
right on. There you go. Stowed away.
Oh yeah, just love to see the pilot's annoyance when he realizes, oh darn it, the ladder's behind me. How am I supposed to get off now?
That's right. How am I supposed to get out now? But no, that's awesome. That's a nice that's coming up. Now, are you going to paint it desert pink, or are you going to go
Um,
more
I
generic
haven't
green and gray?
I haven't decided if I'm gonna paint it or not yet, sir. I mean, it came with some pretty cool paints.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah, so you can see. I don't know if you can see really in this, but it's really getting like yellowish.
Yeah.
The
Well,
instruction manual.
you be 30 years old on paper, you be getting yellow too.
So yeah, it came with some cool paint. So I may end up actually painting it.
Right. Yeah, because I think if my memory serves me right, let's have a look here. Where is it? I actually have a jar of desert paint here somewhere. So from way back in the day, because I built a tornado from that series in desert pink. So I think I've still got the jar floating around somewhere. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Two things
And
come to mind when you say the Desert Pink. One, the Pink Panther song. Everyone has to know that.
ba-dum.
Dun, 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 dun. And I don't know why, but they say like the Desert Pink, but to me it looks like salmon pink.
Yeah, if you actually see it in up in the flesh, it's sort of a pinky tan color, if you ask me. But I don't. They call it desert pink because apparently it helps the aircraft disappear in the heat mirages of the desert. Apparently. So actually, 1 second, I'll be right back. One moment. While we're on that subject. Okay, so let's have a look here. I actually have in my collection Gulf War British Air arms.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, like I said, I've been collecting this stuff for years. I'm just trying to 1 second here.
Is that a model or a book, sir?
This is a book on aircraft used in the Gulf War, RAF ones. And
Oh,
I'm
I
just
love collecting aircraft books. Like normal kids, they're going out and buying like a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, books. Yes, they went on sale. I love all these aircraft books.
so there you go. See, it looks more like a yellowy color when you actually see it, like a sand color.
Ah, okay.
They call it desert pink, but it looks more. It has more of a. I mean, that one's more. That one's got a little bit more pinkish than that one. And then when you go, where are we? That one again has more of a slight yellowish tinge to it. But work on that because most of the pictures in this are black and white, so they only have a few. Yeah, these kind of books are a made reference. There's another one of a Jag. So there's another two of the Jag. And again, when you sort of look at it, they call it desert pink, but it looks more of a beigey color. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's
Yeah, you
like
park it in the storm, you can't find it again, man.
that's right. Can't find
Just
it
like
again.
I parked it over here somewhere. I just can't remember where.
That's right. So, but there's lots of references online if you actually do that. Type in the aircraft name and desert colors. So, but yeah, so that's
Thank you, sir.
I'm going. I actually have a book to go to that. So there you go. Perfect. Well, that's great. I guess it's time to move on to the next one. Good job. LAC Ferreira. How are we doing this evening? Good, sir. Just doing some detail work on your plane. Cool. What kind of detail work? Webster's doing the same. Awesome. Paint prep. Good on you. What are you using as your paint prep? Are you actually like washing the plastic down or? Yes. Okay, cool. I'm not sure what you're using, but I use. I was put onto this by a friend of mine. Isopropyl alcohol, 99%, I think is what this one is. Yeah, 99% isopropyl alcohol. Put a little bit onto a paper towel or a cloth, and you wipe it down. It takes away all your fingerprints, all the oils, all the stuff. And because it's alcohol based, it evaporates and makes the plastic dry. It's really, really good. I used to do the old toothbrush soap and clean the kits in the sink kind of deal and then let them dry. But since I've had this, it's a lot faster, a lot easier to do. And I can actually put the kit together more too. And then I find that when I get to certain stages, like I'm getting like you are near paint, I can actually wipe the whole aircraft down as it's majorly built to help take off my paw prints that will be on it from building. But that's another one. Isopropyl alcohol, 99%, works really, really well. And if you're using acrylics and you make a mistake, you can actually put this onto a towel or a toothbrush and gently rub the surface of your aircraft, and it will take the acrylic paint off. No problems, take it right back to the bare plastic. So it's also really, really good for that. So when I screwed up my Spitfire and took the paint job off, that's what I used. And and like I said, it doesn't need to be washed afterwards because it evaporates. And yeah, and it's like what? I think I paid $9 for this for the big jar. So, and it lasts a long time. It doesn't take much to do the job. So that's cool. No, sorry you're late. That's not a problem. Just no worries. You're here. That's the main thing. That's all that matters. So, okay. So you're just doing paint prep. Cool. I guess the next person I'm going to is Sergeant Webster.
Sir,
Hello there.
hello.
How are things going with your kit?
Good.
How's it coming along? Whereabouts are you in the process?
I'm like halfway there.
Cool. Cool.
I just took a little break because there's one piece that doesn't want to stick.
There's always one. Doesn't want to play. So, other than that, it's going together well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What model was it you're building?
P-51 Mustang.
Got the Mustang, right, from Airfix. That's right. Good. I've not built one of Airfix's new kits yet, so I hear they're a lot better than they were when I was your age. So, very, very, very bad kits back in the day. They were very, very basic. So I hear they've come a long way since my time as a child trying to build those things. So that's cool. So right on. I'm glad that's going well for you. Perfect. Everything's bouncing around on me here. Okay, sorry, there we go. Cool. So anything else you want to add or talk about, or other than that, your kit's going well?
No, I got everything under control, I think.
Excellent. All
I
right.
have a small tool for when I used to solder.
Oh yeah.
So it's like clamps and a magnifying glass. So I clamp whatever I'm doing and then paint it
Oh, nice.
really well.
That's always helpful.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it and glad it's coming along well. That's good. Okay, so Flight Corporal Bailey. Oh, I got a. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you're a mile. You're 1,000 miles away, but I can hear you.
Well, that's probably because my camera is like on my
It's
monitor.
okay. I just had to turn my volume up so I could hear you. That's all.
Well, I did some painting today.
Cool.
Actually, the aluminum I did for the fuselage is kind of a tricky paint.
Okay.
I think I got it pretty good, but there's some blotches in some parts
Right.
because like there's some black in the paint, and but I think I did a pretty good job.
Good. Good. What's the brand of paint you're using?
Uh, I'll have to take a look. Right here. Let's see here. Oh, the Tamiya or whatever.
Oh, okay, Tamiya. Yeah, it's an acrylic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an acrylic one.
Yeah. What you can do with acrylic is you can use like the isopropyl alcohol and put a few drops in to the paint. I mean, talking just a couple of drops, and it actually adds as a flow aid. It'll stop the paint from drying so quick as you're brushing it. If that's how you're putting it on. I know that's 1 second here. Just gonna double check before I quote you on that. So I'm pretty sure mixing so with pretty sure that's what it said. Yeah, you can use distilled water or 70% iso alcohol to dilute acrylic paints. There you go. There's a mouthful and a half. So yeah, so you can use this stuff, just a few drops, and what it does, it acts as a delaying agent and a smoothing agent for your paint, because acrylic tends to dry very, very quickly. So doing that gives you that extra few minutes when you're brushing to actually stop it from drying on you. So, and again, it makes cleanup really, really nice. So, yeah, so that's something. Let's say distilled water is the easiest and cheapest one to find. So just a few drops and away you go. It can help. It'll help possibly with that drying out on you too quick. So other than that, how's things going otherwise on it?
Well, I'm really. I got the cockpit all glued in.
Cool.
And the turbine in the back. So then I have to just glue it together. Then start on the empennage and all the rudder and the the elevators and start those tomorrow.
Cool. So what's the aircraft you're building again?
The Sabre.
Oh, you got the F-86 Sabre. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would explain all the silver paint. Yeah, I've only ever seen a couple of those things camouflaged, and it was mostly as an experiment. So it's yeah, you don't see them. They're mostly silver. So, well, that's good. I'm glad it's coming along great. I'm really glad to hear that. So, all right, let's have a look here. Sergeant Mann, how are we doing?
Hi, sir.
Hello.
I can turn on my camera to.
That's- Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there
Hey.
you go.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You got the Harvard.
Yeah. So I've got most of it. Oh, yeah, I've got most of it. Just about halfway. I'm not used to the inverted. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
There you
I got about halfway done. So.
Nice. Very
Mhm.
nice indeed. Paint job looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, on camera it shows up a little better, but
Right.
I think it's gonna need another coat at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you brush painting it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you're using acrylics or are you using oil based?
I think it's the acrylics, the
Oh.
Tamiya acrylics. Yeah.
That's cool.
Mhm.
No, that looks very, very good. That looks good. And you had any issues or major hurdles that you tried to figure out or?
I think the one thing was getting the flaps on actually,
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure if you can glue them on like on an angle so
All
that you
right.
can see them
Gotcha.
or straight on flat, but I'm not sure if it'll hold. So I just kind of have to just a judgment call, I guess.
Right. Well, you can always
Mhm.
maybe leave them to the end whenever all the moving around's done, and
Yeah.
then you can pack them on at the end and have them in that down position, so you know you're not going to break them off. So that's
Mhm.
cool. Good. So you're enjoying that then? That's good.
Yep,
So
it's going good.
once we've been talking tonight, I'm going to talk over, and it's going to be critical for most of you, especially on the Harvard. I'm going to talk about how you can mask canopies tonight. So that when you actually do the painting, you'll get better lines on your canopies and stuff. So, Corporal Hersey.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm trying to stay hello.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so how's the Hunter coming along?
It's great. Can I flip my camera here?
Okay,
I just need to figure out how to flip my camera.
no problem.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, very nice indeed.
Thank you. I'm just trying to see how it will show best. Yeah, it's been really fun. I think the only problems I've had is like, well, not a lot of problems, but I just get really frustrated when the pieces are so tiny.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting right in there. But I got this magnifying glass. I think Webster was saying he had one as well.
Yeah.
So it helps me like put the pieces on, and then I can paint them individually.
Sweet.
But I really like the precise like painting you have to do, and like prepping it, and then it pays off, and then it's just been really fun.
Good.
And so I definitely want to get another kit. And also I had gotten this one a few days ago, and it's
Okay.
like a little steel Wright Brothers plane.
Oh, cool. That'll be neat.
Yeah, so this one's super tiny, so it's even more difficult. But yeah, so the plane's basically done. I just have to go through, fix the little parts of the paint, and put some more decals on.
Right on. Right
Yeah.
on. Well, I think I mentioned it the last time. We're actually going to do this again starting in the fall next year as well.
Okay.
Beginning of October. And again, we're just going to open up to anyone who wants to join. And, you know, we'll do it again, same as this year, and just make it an ongoing thing every year that we have a model club that we meet and do things like this, share experiences, and, you know, build kits and have them supplied by the SSC. And yeah, it's because it's turned out to be a very, it was a very worthwhile endeavor. Like we're getting a lot of positive feedback from you guys on this, how you're enjoying it, and how it's breaking up the monotony of being locked up and stuff. And I say you're learning a little bit about history, learn about fine motor skills, you know, patience, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think we're going to move forward with this every year moving forward.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like even when we get back into in person, I think we should keep doing it.
Oh,
It'd be
absolutely.
even like fun to like do it like in a room together, like
Oh,
work on our paintings.
exactly. Amen. Yes.
Yeah.
No, well, we can set it up and we all meet on that time and we can just sit and do our thing. And yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for that day.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That would be awesome. Excellent job. Good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Corporal Go.
Hello, sir.
Hello there.
How you doing, sir?
So far, so good. You?
I'm doing great, sir.
Excellent. Excellent. How's your kit coming along?
It's going great. I just need to sand it and then paint it and then write the paragraph and I'm done.
Now, what aircraft are you building again?
I'm going for 1 second. Let me look at it. The Sky Raider.
Oh, you got the A1. Right on. That's a big aircraft.
Yeah, that's it. In addition, what do we have to write on our paragraph again?
Just a quick blurb on what the aircraft is, what the squadron it is, and what conflict it was used in. That should be more than sufficient.
All right, thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anything else you want to add, or you're okay?
That's all, sir.
Okay, no problem. All right, so Suderman. If I run these because my computer wants to.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. How is your kit coming along?
Okay, it's probably one of the worst kits that I've ever done.
Oh, don't be like that.
The pictures are so, like, oh my god. Like, they're so bad, the pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
What?
like, and I lost some of the parts, and
Oh, that doesn't help.
no.
No.
And, like, it comes with, like, a metal stuff. Like, there's, like, seat belts and,
Oh, really?
yeah.
What kit did you build? Are you building?
The Notchjäger.
Not here.
Or,
262. Yeah, the 2-seat 262. Yep.
yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that came with photo etch. That's cool.
Yeah. But, like, once I get past that part, it looks pretty fun.
Good.
It's just the cockpit is a pain.
Yeah. Well, all those little metal parts, it's supposed to add the detail, but it makes it working with them not that easy. I know I'm not a big fan of working with photo etch myself because I tend to try and pull things and it goes bing and it's gone. I have no idea where it's gone. So yeah, I prefer using good old fashioned tape and cutting them into thin strips and using them as seat belts. It's a lot easier. A lot easier.
Yeah, but other than that, it's gone really well.
Good. I'm glad
Pretty
to hear
happy with it.
Excellent. Excellent. Let's have a look here. So I guess back to Captain Larrabee now that he's joined us. Let's see how he's doing. Hey, I admitted earlier that I have not touched my kit in 2 weeks either, so don't feel bad.
I got it right here, sir.
There you go. Look at that.
It looks so nice.
Yeah, and look at this. I even found you. Should you mess it up, I even found the spare canopy for when I built it the first time.
Amazing.
So I actually have a spare in case you mess it up. So,
I have been focused on other activities, I have to admit.
yeah.
But are in direct relation this week to my professional development to the unit.
Cool.
And I have just successfully completed my second module.
Oh.
Well, I have completed the Canadian Armed Forces Junior Officer Development Module 4, Leadership and Ethics.
Oh, wow.
I completed all 4. It took me approximately 13 hours. And yeah, I finished all the exams, and I have 1 more to go, which is, as you are about 22 hours long. I don't know if I'll be starting that tonight.
Yeah, so there's hope for me yet. I might get the other 11 hours in then.
I have to admit, the last portion was the relationships between officers and NCMs, and was only 48 slides instead of the usual 120, and was the most straightforward of the 4, and the shortest, because it was only 80 minutes long compared to the 3.5 hours that each other module was. So
well, congrats on that. That's awesome.
Thank you. So yeah, I was 6:30. I finished it, so that's why I came on a little bit late.
No problem.
But yeah, I feel embarrassed because I have all the material here that you thankfully provided to me, but I have not been able to get that accomplished. But thankfully, it's my vacation week, so I'm not working this week, and I can focus on such things. So I'm hoping to finally bust this out and get some real momentum going. I know I still have, half of this month, and then April and most of May.
Half of May, yeah. So
there's lots of time, but I'm hoping, yeah, it's finding it. And now that I have it, I fully intend to try and catch up here. It's not a race, I understand, but
yeah, it's definitely not a race. So yeah,
I do want to present something before May.
Same here. I want to be able to present something and go, well, here's the box that I started.
But I understand it. Yeah, it is my vacation. But on my vacation, I get to do things that are relaxing. And these things are relaxing to me, like building a model. So I do want to start that up and get that going. So it's here staring at me, and I have all my materials sitting right next to me. I just need to get her done. But yeah, the next module, 22 hours long, will most likely take me, if I started it tonight, I'm sure I would be going until Saturday.
Oh, easy.
To accomplish that. So
Right.
that's what I have to present tonight.
Oh, there you go. That's a start. So, all right. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to briefly touch on masking techniques. For example, I'm going to try and get this to show up on the camera. If I can get the glare in the background to go away. There we go. So there's the framing on a cockpit canopy. This was all painted by hand, very carefully, with a very thin brush, so it can be done. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it can be done to make it, it can be made to look really good. However, there's some products out there that if you wish to do it and mask off, again, this is not going to show up very well, but there's another canopy I've got. You can see the horizontal framing, the vertical framing in there, and it's very, very fine and all that kind of fun stuff. There's other ways that you can actually mask this off. And I'm going to show those a few of those things to you tonight and show you how they actually go down. So I've got some old canopies here from days gone by where kits I've either thrown to the shelf of doom or got thrown out or something. And I'm going to show you each one of these products and how they actually go down onto the clear parts so you can actually mask them. Now, one of the easiest things you do, and I don't have this in white, but you always use this stuff, your Elmer's white glue. All you got to do is put a drop onto, there we go, a drop onto the plastic, either with a paintbrush or some of that. And again, all you got to do is basically smear it around inside the actual framing area where you want it. Like I said, I've got like a little toothpick here or something like that. And all you're doing is you're spreading that small drop around so that it gets to where you want it to go. You can just see where it's made on the plastic there. So, and when it's dry, I mean, you've all done it in craft class or when you were younger, you put this stuff on your hands, it dries, it turns to this white stuff, and you can just peel it off. Well, that's exactly what it does on the canopies. So it dries inside the framing, outside, the clear part. You then paint over the top of it, and then all you do is take a small little toothpick into the corner, and you can sit there, poke away at it, and then the rubbery stuff comes up and off, and it leaves your frames nice and straight and clean, and it keeps the clear parts nice and clear. So that's the one thing you can do. Say, I've got the clear stuff at home. I don't have it, but it's basically the same stuff, only white. And I do that. Now, there's some other items out there. I just discovered this the other day online when I was doing some research. And this was $3.99 at Hobby and Toy Central over by Costco. And it's called, I can get in there. It's, of course, my camera's backward. It's called Mr. Masking Saul Neo. And it is, for lack of a better term, get it out of here. Oh, great. Well, I think I've got a bad tube because guess what? I just opened this jar up and the stem is still inside the bottle. The actual bottle's solid. Well, that sucks. Anyway, I was going to show you that, but I guess I got a bad bottle. So, but anyway, this stuff goes on. It's greenish, as you can see. It's like a green color. I just bought this bottle the other day too. That's a tick me off, that is. And again, it's the same idea. You put a really small dab onto the canopy where the clear part is, and then again, using a toothpick or like a little brush like I've got, or an old paintbrush, you can sit here and move it around and get it to fill in the clear part that you want to stay clear. Again, once it's dry, there you go, Mr. Max Consult, Neo. It comes in the purple and the green. And it's really good stuff. When it doesn't dry out on you. Now, another one that's out there, which I'm going to show you right now. And again, this one's, I only found this at Broughdale. But this is something called Maskall. It's made by Humbrol. And it's basically the same thing as the Gunzy stuff, the Mr. thing. But if I pull it out of here, put the lid back on so I don't spill it, I'm going to go walking all across my table. But if I can show it to you, it comes out as it's purple. And what this is, it's like liquid latex. So again, what you can do is you can put it on the kit in just a small area. Yeah, there's Maskall, there it is. So you can sit there and put it on the canopy in a small area. And again, with a little brush, you can push it out, get it to go to the edges where you want, right? So you keep the clear parts clear. And then all you do is let it sit to one side and let it set, okay? And once it's set, it turns like this rubbery color texture. You paint over it, do what you got to do. And again, all you got to do is get a bit of a toothpick or the tip of a razor blade and just lift it up, and it peels off like rubber and leaves the clear part underneath, and you've got the nice clear part. Again, another one that's out there on the market. I don't know, I can't do it. You might have to pull this one up for me, Captain Larrabee. But this one here is called Micro Mask. Now this stuff, it is basically the same thing, but this is like water, and it's blue. And you do the same thing. I actually put this on with a paintbrush. I find I like this one better because it's more like a liquid water. I find I can get the tip of my paintbrush. I'll see if I can do it on this one here for you. There it is, Micro Mask. And I did my TIE Fighter that you guys saw earlier with this stuff, and it works great. And again, you can just put a little blob of it onto a paintbrush or something like that. And then all you'll do, if I can get this thing to go in here, let's have a look here. You find the paint that you want, and again, you can see it. It's very runny, and it tends to find the seams of where the thing is. There we go. And all you do is you take your brush out, you put this down on something so it doesn't mark my table, like that. And again, I don't know if you can see this or whether it'll show up or not, but you can see now this has got a blue tinge to it. And that shows you know where it's been. And it dries like a little film of skin on the clear. And all you do is, again, let it dry, you paint over it, and then all you have to do is go at it with a little bit of a toothpick. And again, it comes off with the painted layer and leaves the clear underneath and leaves your frames nicely done. And again, this is the same kind of deal, just another name brand, but this is your Vallejo liquid mask. And it's basically the same stuff. It comes in it's like liquid latex, comes in a jar, it's like a green color. You shake it up and you do the same thing. I'll put a little piece on here once I've shaken it. A second here. Give it a quick shake, shake, shake. Put this on here. And oh, hello. That came out a lot faster than I wanted it to. Put that back over there. So I can get one of my little brushes. Again, I made myself a little bit too much there, so it's blurbing along, but again, it's the same idea. You can just move it along into where you want it to go with a very fine brush. It will follow where it's going, and then all you'll do is set it off to one side, let the thing dry, and you'll be able to, there you go, liquid mask, yeah. And you'll be able to paint over it. And then when your paint's dry, all you do is you pick away at the corner of a frame and off it comes. So, and then the last one, and this is old school, but it still works. You can have a canopy like this guy. Okay, so he's got to be masked off away from the paint. You can get tape. Now this is Tamiya tape, but you can actually use painter's tape. Your parents might have a roll of that floating around the house for masking off painting. It'll be blue with a green, doesn't matter. But what you can do with this stuff is you can, there we go. Oops, I'm actually cracking the frame, so that's not a good thing to do. And then once you reach the edge of where you're actually putting the tape on, you can take a small hobby knife, which I've got the little tip of a blade right here, and you can actually get it to score it along the natural line of the canopy, and it'll end up. Oops, one second, I'm just going to fix this one. Doesn't help that I broke that one. There we go. Oops, easy. No, don't do that. I want that off. There we go. Come on, work with me here. There we go. So yeah, so what you can end up with is a very, very sharp line with the paint, with where the lines you want. And then all you have to do to mask off the rest of the canopy is get some strips of the tape. Again, this is very narrow stuff. There you go. Comes in different sizes. And what you can do is to fill in the gaps, like to fill in the areas you don't want paint on, all you'll do is just basically go over it like this until the whole clear area is covered. And then you can actually put, again, paint all you want. And then when you're done your painting, you just get the end of your knife blade, again, really, really small, get it in there. You can find the edge of the tape. If I had my tweezers out, I could do this a lot easier. But you find the edge of the tape, and all you have to do then is pick it up with a pair of tweezers and just peel it off. Okay, and then that will give you, again, nice crisp edges to your canopy frames or anything else that you want to mask off. You can also do that for demarcation lines for camouflage from the tops and bottoms of aircraft. You can put tape along to help the lines to keep the camouflage demarcation lines going. And I'm just going to see if any of this stuff's actually dried right now. You can probably see that this one is really starting to dry really quick. It's turning this rubber goop. See, you can see it's it's not quite dry, but that's how it will peel off. It just comes off like this rubber thing with all the paint attached to it. And again, I'm pretty sure you do the same thing with, yeah, there it goes. You can do the same thing. That's still too wet to get that one off. And then let's have a look here and see how the Elmer's is doing. Again, that's still drying, so I can't actually show you that one. But you get the idea how the Elmer's glue works, because we've all done that when we were kids and put the white stuff on it. It peels off like rubber. So, but those are some ways that you can actually get these really intricate canopy lines done on your kits and make them look, as I say, unless you got rock steady hands and got a really fine paintbrush, it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, as you can see, it can be done, right? It can be done, but it's time consuming. So I find anything I can use to help make life easier, I try. So those are some of the products that are out there. Like I said, you can use plain and Jane painter's tape at home. You don't have to go out and buy special stuff. But I'm just showing you some of the stuff that I keep around, depending on the job I'm doing or what the intricacies I'm doing depends on what I use. So, but my normal go-to is the, like I say, I like the the Elmer's white glue because it glue dries and you can see where it is, and it comes out like rubber. And then tape are my two preferred. My liquid glue spilled all over my pant the other day. I was not a good day. No, that's good. Just to give you guys a heads up too, should you spill latex paint, acrylic paint on your clothes, and again, I'm going to go back to this one, isopropyl alcohol. If you actually rub it onto the item and thing, isopropyl alcohol will not harm the material. It will not harm the whatever the material is, but it will take out the acrylic paint. So, and then all you gotta do is wash it afterwards. So don't think that you spilt this on your pair of clothes, you can't get it out. If it's acrylic, this stuff will take it off, no problem. So, other than that, that's all I've got. Oh, the other thing I was gonna do with you guys tonight is I was gonna share some links with you. So 1 second, I'm gonna put these in the text box, the chat box, and these are some places that I like to hang out. And I learn from people. So these are various modeling websites that I tend to hang around in. And these guys show built aircraft, builds in progress. They do kit reviews, all kind tool reviews, all kinds of stuff. So I find them a wealth of knowledge, and you get a lot of cool stuff from them. So yeah, so there's Modeling Madness, Hyperscale and Large Scale Planes.com. Those are some really nice sites that I like to hang around, and they do a lot of cool reviews, give you kit history of the aircraft, that kind of stuff. I don't know, let's have a look here, see if I can actually get one of those to open. Let's have a look here. Let's go to Modeling Madness. Let's have a look here. Whoops, daisy. Let's move that over here. And I'll click, okay, I'm just gonna share my screen for a split second, see if this helps. And go here, share. So just to give you an idea, and so here's Modeling Madness. You just go to the What's New page. When you click on that, in here, you'll see for Tuesday, March the 9th, he's got a kit review. So this guy's actually, one of his builds on the Raiden J2M3. And again, they give you a bit of a history of the aircraft, give you an idea what the kit's like, what construction it is, you know, whether they found anything that was troubling, what was easy, etc. They go into the colors and markings, final assembly, and then they give you a conclusion of what their overall, how they find the kit, right? He goes, my first Tamiya, but not my last. So, so obviously he enjoyed that one. To give you an idea. Now let's have a look here. So close that one. Hyperscale is the same thing, only he tends to do a little bit more videos. Again, you go to click to see what's new. Lots of advertising, obviously. But he goes into decals and he goes into kits that are coming out. He does Infinity. Like here, he's done an unboxing review of a SB2C4 Helldiver. He's got an unboxing review of a Beaufort. You know, all these new stuff that's coming out. Like for instance, there's a Vickers Wellesley. The only other manufacturer I knew who made that was the old Matchbox kit back in the 70s. So it's nice to see that kit coming back out again. But as you can see, there's lots of things you can learn from these guys on what you can do. And again, if you really get into large scale stuff, like 48, 32, and 24 scale, these guys, large scale planes, have some seriously serious aircraft. Like it's these are big. I'm trying to see if I can find one here. There you go, Airfix 124 F6F. So there's one where he showed it in scale, where he's tried to do a smaller aircraft in the background, the larger aircraft in the foreground to give it some kind of perspective. And yeah, the work these guys do on these kits is insane. Like, but you can get all kinds of useful hints and tips from them. and I find they're a great resource to help with your building. So let's have a look here. Stop sharing screen. There we go. So those are just a few links. And again, I sent out a couple of books or articles today to everyone on the email list, all on how to paint your kits better. So there's lots of hints and tips and guides and stuff and tricks and techniques that are in those articles. So again, they were free stuff I found on the internet. So you can take a look at those and you may find some ideas now that you're all getting to the painting stage or such like. And yeah, so other than that, I've got nothing else. It's just good to see you guys. 1 second here, I'm gonna just check on the calendar. So 2 weeks from today makes it March 23rd, and I'm not going to be here because I'm actually off those 3 days. My other half and I are getting away from the office. So I'm going to make it on the 30th. It'll be the next one. So yeah, unless things change on the 23rd, I'll be the 30th. It'll do the next one. So, but again, while I got you on the forum here, actually, I can ask you, because we got one person who can't be here on a Tuesday night. What's everyone's thoughts in the chat box? My schedule means that I don't normally get home until 7:30, 7:45 on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So what are your thoughts on doing something between 8 and 9 on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Or we can do it for the hour after cadets is done on Thursday, every other Thursday. So what, no, I say he's going, no. So what are your thoughts? Oh, I think after cadets will be great. Yeah, because I work a lot. Yeah. Yeah, because I know there's one cadet who can't make it here on Tuesdays because he's doing junior achievers every Tuesday night. So, and I hate to miss him out. So well, there you go. So there's another one because I work a lot. I'll send an email out then tomorrow when I get to work and just say, here's a thought, because we're normally done by 7:30-ish on a Thursday night, or no, 7:30, no, 8 o'clock, right? We're done by Captain Larrabee. So we could always do 8 to 9 on the Thursday night.
And just skip the staff meeting that week?
Yeah, it's only every other week, right? So we could do it on a Thursday night after cadets. I'd skip the meeting with staff on the Thursday night and on that particular night, and then we just go straight into our meeting like we are tonight. So I'll put that out tomorrow when I get to work to everybody. And other than that, I'm glad to see everyone's having fun, enjoying their kits, wanting to do more. And like I said, next year we will be continuing this on next year as part of our training regimen. And like I said, fingers crossed, we'll be able to meet in a room somewhere and we'll just break out our kits and work on them every other week through the training year, and improve our skills and techniques and build on what we're learning this year. So thank you very much again, guys, for putting up with me waffling and droning all night. And again, good work on your kits. Good to see them coming along well. Good to see you having fun. And we'll see you guys in a few weeks, okay? Till then, take care. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Stop my